I'm Yetti. I loved the last few songs of theirs from this comeback that I heard, and you lot were telling me that I need to listen to the other songs on the album, so that's what I'm gonna do now.
Gave up my youth for my future. I just want to rise up stronger. Where am I right now, now?
Gave up my youth for my future. That went hard quick. Chains as well. Oh.
I know it's gonna be lonely, cause everyone keeps turning me down. Countless new surroundings, cold eyes keep looking me down. I'm still in the crowd, alien of the town. Yeah, they want me to give up right now. They're making me laugh, it's so loud, waking the demon that's hiding inside. You only get to live one life, I know. I'm ready, take that chance, no matter what they tell me. I cannot explain this feeling. Yeah, this path was meant to be my dream.
Unexpected.
I'm tossing, turning in my bed. The voices in my head again. I gotta shake them off now. Now or never. Never knew I see so many people coming up. I see the mirror, it's only me. Every time it's taking over, I'ma let it go.
Oh my gosh, I feel like there's a lot in this messaging.
Cause everyone keeps turning me down. Countless new surroundings, cold eyes keep looking me down. I'm still in the crowd, alien of the town. Yeah, they want me to give up right now. They're making me laugh, it's so loud, waking the demon that's hiding inside.
Creepy.
You only get to live a life, I know. I'm ready, take that chance, no matter what they tell me.
This chorus just doesn't fit with the rest. Oh, no, that moved. What's getting me is that the chorus doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the song. It just feels very like bright. It also feels kind of very poppy, and I don't think their genre generally is, I know it's K-pop, but like pop. I don't think their genre is generally that, and so that chorus kind of keeps like knocking me off track. I think I'll wait till the end and talk about I'll talk about the mastering. But this move, you know. Come on, again, yeah. Oh, this is like rock.
Way back to the past, I'll step ahead. Go right in front of me.
No one sounds like him. I feel like it's weird because it reminds me in some ways of Lonely Street. Just some of the aesthetic, although obviously this is a lot darker. It's like Lonely Street's darker cousin, more stressed out cousin. Yeah, so this aesthetic is darker and they're in like a new world, and that world I think actually fits with some of what we saw in S-Class, so it's obviously fitting within this comeback. But the reason it reminds me of Lonely Street is because of that element of despair and kind of questioning. Lonely Street was a lot more questioning the path that you're on. Am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? And all of these sacrifice, all of the anguish. This feels like it's like one step further along from that. So I'm on the path. I have taken that path. I've kind of made it in a similar way to what they've been saying throughout pretty much all of the songs that I've heard from this comeback. You know, that we've gone through the journey. There is some success, but this is that darker side of, well, you know, it's come at a cost, and there's been like really tough moments along that way, and some of that feels like I mean, from the English that I can hear, is like the tough part is the loneliness that you feel. It's interesting in some of the representations that they have, like when they're on the bed. I thought it's really interesting how those masked figures with the like brown paper bags and the notes on them are following each member around just in different environments. That feels to me like that is a representation maybe of like social media or like outside influences questioning them. So some of them had like a question mark, some of them had like a cross or an exclamation mark. They each had like something different in a different color, and to me anyway, that almost feels as if like when they're interacting with those people, their like whole kind of persona and who they are is whittled down to that like one core thing that they're like saying to them, if that makes sense. So like for example, the question mark might be like that person or that type of person is saying like, will you make it, or you know, are you good enough, can you sing, could you know, all those kinds of things. And it's like they're in their bed, they're in their place of rest, which probably references like music and making music. They're in their place of comfort, but they're just being completely surrounded, and there are times where they're trying to get free and set themselves free. I think Ian sort of has a whole like epiphany moment. Han is chained. Like it's just interesting. Like to me, that's what it kind of feels like, and it feels like they are going through that journey to get to a place where they're much more free with that. But some of that comes at a cost, because I think sometimes, even though being in a social situation or being in an environment that is difficult is something that you want to get away from, there is sometimes comfort in being in that environment. Does that make sense? Like it's much harder to actually make a stand and walk away and find that new path and you know, potentially like be on your own and be lonely and go through those feelings. That's what I'm getting from it, apart from obviously not being able to see the lyrics. Let me check the lyrics actually. Oh, and that whole like gave up my youth for my future. The fact that it's all repeated by all of them in unison really does give me the sense that they're talking about them as a group, like the trainee system, what it's taken to be where they are, and probably a lot of it is you know, like how difficult it is to actually end up what's it called, debuting, because I know that I think Bang Chan was training for like 7 years, and he was supposed to be in other groups and he never quite made it, and then you know, finally he's made it with Stray Kids. And I can imagine if you're like training with people and each of them are moving on to different things, that's a really difficult situation to be in, and you're still choosing that same path that you're on and trying to persevere. But that's really tough. And I do like how they are they're individuals at the beginning facing their own situations, but then at the end they are a collective, a group. And LiSA seems to also be reflecting that journey of giving up your youth for your future, and they're like kind of you know, two sides of the same coin, but just coming at it from different angles. So her journey is similar, but probably took a slightly different turn. And the crowd, the blank like people with the paper bags, is also just feeling like you're nameless, because especially with what they're trying to do, you're trying to be someone, trying to prove yourself, prove your talent, and you know, being in an environment where everyone kind of looks the same, everyone's covered up, and it's really hard to actually be that person to stand out. I think it probably references that as well. I think we really don't understand the cost to doing what they're doing. That's, for me, that's one of the reasons that I even started the channel, because I just felt like, you know, they like these groups work so hard that it would just be good to actually take some time to focus in on that, focus in on the talent. If you notice, like, if I don't like something, I'll explain why I like it, but it's never coming from like a point of hate, and I really don't like to, I won't diss things just for the sake of dissing it, because I recognise that they work really hard to be who they are, not just Stray Kids, like all of them. And so, like, who am I to come and start dissing that? It's more just, oh, maybe this isn't my taste. But I imagine not everyone's like that, and so it's actually going to be really tough to be in their position. This section is a lot more hopeful. So the beginning is questioning it. I don't think it's a not sure whether I should do it, but it's just recognizing the cost. Is that cost really worth it? Yes, it is. Let me keep going forward. But definitely here seems a lot more hopeful. I wonder why they use social path. It might be you know, two sides of the story. So path being you know, the journey, the path that they're taking to be where they want to do and follow their dreams, and social, the cost that is coming with that, because, you know, they're losing friends, they're in situations that aren't comfortable, etc, etc. I also wonder, when I first saw it, I kind of thought of sociopath, and so I wonder if, and I think in some other songs they've talked about like being crazy, so like ordinary just being a bit different. So I wonder if there's an element to that as well, that actually choosing to take this path and recognizing the cost is kind of a crazy thing to do, and so, but they're comfortable with that label because they're gonna just keep doing it and keep following their dreams. That's me done. Let me know in the comments what you think. I always love actually hearing from you guys, because I feel like sometimes I just get a snapshot of who they are and their story, and you guys really help me to actually fill in those gaps, because, you know, they may have already talked about what this song is about, or just, you know, you'll have different interpretations, so please let me know. Ooh, we're getting brighter. I like that he's starting. I'm happy. Can we give a moment for, like, Changbin will always change the atmosphere. His voice, I'm sure he can blend, but I don't know. I feel like his voice is always there to, like, shake things up, cause chaos, and just, like, shift the song into a different direction. And I think they use his voice really wisely in songs when they do want that kind of grittier shift. But he never fails. I'm liking this new side of Felix. Diversity. It's like the things that give them peace. Oh, stop, they're sleeping. this song with.
눈을 감아도 너밖에 안 보여 달려가 쫓아가 불가능해도 I'm catching up I'm catching up 좀만 기다려 I'm catching up I'm catching up 달려가 쫓아가 불가능해도
Oh, that section was so nice. That section with the like contrasting tones just like layered together. That was so nice. I think I got a bit distracted by like where they were. I feel like meaning wise I'm not entirely sure. I do wonder whether there's some sort of reference to growth because of the flora and fauna and being like having to find your like happy place, your comfort place. That's what I wonder. Apart from that, I'm actually really not sure.
We're only going to dance like crazy.
Oh, heavy piano.
Just sit down like it, la la la. Nobody, nobody, please don't care about me. It's okay. Let's go crazy until the sunrise. 너희 때문에 빛깔에 헤엄칠래. 몸짓은 크게 아무도 날 말릴 수 없게. 바다 위를 날아가는 새야 나 좀 낚아채줘. 크게만 보였던 세상 작아 보이게. 달이 떠도 라라라라. 소리 질러 라라라라라. 아무도 모르게. Oh yeah. We're only going to dance like crazy. It's just that I like it, la la la. Nobody, nobody, please don't care about me. It's okay, let's go crazy.
That felt real. That felt like a real laugh. Ah, that's line.
Please don't care about me. It's okay, let's go crazy until the sunrise. 잊어버리고 싶던, 지워버리고 싶던 그딴 기억 따위 오늘 전부 날릴 수 있어. 잠이 들기 전 떠오르고 memory. 난 run away, run away, run away, yeah. Go away, go away, go away, yeah.
The singers are just not paying attention to anyone.
We're only going to dance like crazy. It's just that I like it, la la la. Nobody, nobody, please don't care about me. It's okay, let's go crazy until the sunrise. Sunrise.
Oh, it's all about let go, be free.
Please don't care about me. It's okay, let's go crazy until 좁혀놨던 일상 속 그 안이 깊이 갇혀. Oh, I better run, better run. 걱정들은 점점 나 나를 집어삼켜. Oh, I better run right now. Yeah. Like the sun, 뜨겁게 불타오르는 별 따라.
Oh, the slow-mo of the dance was just so good. Like the start and the end both had this like very sad feeling to it, but then everything in between was very like happy. It felt as if there's this it was almost like the dance ratcha trying to lead the way, that, you know, just dance, don't care what people looking at you, don't care if you look crazy, you look like a fool, just like be free and just express yourself in a way that is like that just makes you happy, and they were showing like other members how to also do that, and I like that element. I like that we got them kind of leading in that sense, because I think, was it Get Lit where we got 3 Ratcha? doing like having their kind of section. So I liked that element of it, and how some of the other members were struggling with that. I think something was almost like watching a video of someone dancing, someone being free, and maybe like thinking, oh, how do I be that? How do I encapsulate that? And Han sort of comes over and is like, no, just go for it. So I like that element of it. It did feel, yeah, like I said, quite sad at the end as well. So let me know. Is it like, I want to be, but I can't. See you later. Bye-bye.